Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. It's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On first down, Brady to Evans on the slant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They go play action here on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he stopped immediately there.
Leonard Fournette.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
On the tackle. No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
I don't know about you, but I've absolutely loved his consistency throughout the season. Always good. Occasionally spectacular. But right now, he's on the outside of that MVP race. What's it going to take for him to get it done down the stretch?
You're right, on the fringe. But, hey, it's Week 14. There's still a month left for him to make a lasting impression, have some scintillating plays, and then who knows?
Yeah, those scintillating plays, those splash plays, those plays we'll talk about for the next week leading up to the next game. He'll need a bunch of those down the stretch in order to win the award.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
4-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 6. Cousins again. Flush to his right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, here's Cousins. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
The tackle made by.
But that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady, he completes it to Evans. Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
For Tampa Bay.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the returns, the Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He's back to throw here to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson. It got his man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that 2nd play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Throwing on first down, it's Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Abdullah to return. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Great job defensively. And the pressure gets to him again. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And this is caught by Evans. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Tom Brady sacked.
Yannick Ngakoue has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He finds his target, it's Evans. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So we've hit halftime. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. That last completion is certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
First down, Minnesota.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A gain of 13.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Cook. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14. And the Vikings first down.
Cousins on first down. And quickly to Thielen here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down, Minnesota.
On first down, Cook. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Devontae David, the Bucs' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Buccaneers, 16 yards.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Touchdown.
Justin Jefferson, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
25-yard line.
Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Brady. Jones has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Brady's throw there complete.
Brady's pass.
The Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Brady now on 1st down. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Brady's pass.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here. Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that #2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
No, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Again, it's Cook. Finding room at the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a nice run there, going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10.
And really a nice job there to make something out of that run. Sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
A gain of 4.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. A gain of 22.
First down, Vikings.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Brady to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Johnson.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
This will make it into the end zone.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
Now Brady to try again after the pick six. He completes it to Jones. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He'll find Jones again, complete.
Brady's pass.
Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
No gain on the play.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady.
The 37-yard line.
And eventually Savagely taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 77 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On 1st down, Cook. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
At the line of scrimmage.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And that one's incomplete. 3 seconds left, and barring a penalty, this next play should be our last. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Vikings.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defense.